What's up, everybody? We are currently in the desert resort, and the first thing we want to do is talk to this doctor to battle. And he has a Solosis, which is the first time we get to see one of these, and it is a white exclusive, and the black version of it is Gotharita, and that sounded really bad, but anyway, Solosis is a really good special attacker, but all of its other stats are pretty average. It has okay special defense and actually really good special attack. And this one has light screen, which halves the special attack inflicted on Solosis, which more or less means its special defense increases. And also another cool move it has is Snatch, which means if you use any healing moves, Solosis can use Snatch to also get that healing as well. But it seems like it can't be done with like Mega Drain or any like attacking move that also heals. So it's kind of a not an all-encompassing move. So now we are battling this backpacker who has a Tranquil, which is also the first time we've seen this Pokemon, I believe. And it is an evolution of Pidove. And it's, it's just like a standard normal flying type. So really nothing to write home about. And here I am learning Bulk Up, which is a really, really good move for Girder, because I think it increases physical attack, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, I know it increases one of the attacks, and maybe even defense. But anyway, now we're going to take on this new backpacker. Let's see what Pokemon she has real quick. Looks like she has a Watchog, which I think I switch out for my Girder because... Oh, never mind, she takes out my Panpour. So now I sent out my Girder, and that's a terrible matchup for Watchog. So here we go. Bulk Up raises the user's attack and defense by one stage. So that's a really, really good move. And I think I pretty much use it like non-stop throughout this entire game with my Girder. So, and west of her was the Black Glasses, and that boosts dark type attacks by 20%. And then talking to that guy in the shades, he gives you a Soft Sand, which increases ground type attacks. And pretty much this entire area right there is made for like Sand Isles, just because they're ground and dark type, so you get both of the type increasing move items right there. And speaking of which, the Pokemon that you can catch here are Darumaka, Dwebble, Maractus, Sandile, and Scraggy. And here we see Gothita, the base version of Gothitelle, I think, is the final version. But that is the black version of Solosis. So, anyway, so getting back into the wild Pokemon in Desert Resort, my favorite by far is Sandile, and actually, like, probably my favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon of this generation is Sandile, even though it's very reminiscent of, like, Totodile, but at the same time, Totodile is water and Sandile is ground and dark, so it's not very similar, because I know I've griped about that in previous videos, about, like, Pidove and Pidgey and Starly, and I'm missing one, like Tailo, although Tailo is only 2 stages, but... So yeah, but all of those different types are like normal flying, if I'm not mistaken. So that kind of annoys the shit out of me. Whereas Totodile is water and Sandile is ground and dark. So at least they have a type difference. So even though they're both like crocodiles, at the same time they're at least different types. So, and the reason why I like Sandile is because he's super easy to use. You don't have to like have some super hardcore strategy to use him. You can just, you know, throw on really powerful physical attacks and just go to work pretty much. So back outside in the northwest corner of Desert Resort, you could find a heart scale, and eventually once we get to Driftvale City, I believe there is a move deleter and a move relearner. So you can use the heart scales to relearn previous moves that you've learned over for a Pokemon. So that comes in handy if you accidentally, you know, try out a new move that you don't know what it does, and it turns out it's like totally useless, and you know, like you wrote over a worthwhile attack with that worthless attack. So now we are battling a Psychic, and you don't have to be too terribly intelligent to realize that they specialize in Psychic Pokemon. And the first Pokemon you used, though, was actually Ghost, and it was Yamask, or Yamask. And Yamask has really good defense, and its evolution, Cofagrigus, I don't know how to pronounce it, but its evolution also has really good defense. And also its special defense is pretty okay, and its special attack is pretty okay as well. But I think although actually once it evolves, its defense gets way better, and its special defense gets way better. And its special attack is pretty okay too. So the tactic that I've seen, especially in like the Elite Four, from what I remember, is they burn you, and then they try to kind of like become a complete tank and increase their special defense and their defense and make it so you can't really hurt them, and you're kind of like burned or poisoned or something like that, so you're constantly taking damage. And then I think they use like Shadow Ball or something like that to do a little bit of damage. But let's see, now we are facing Pokemon Ranger Jaden, who has a Darumaka, which I think is the first time... Oh, no, it's not, because we battled some Backpacker with one previously. But, and then secondly, he has a Blitzel, which I really hate Blitzel. It's kind of a worthless Pokemon, I think, but I could be totally wrong. I'm sure one day I'll battle somebody online with like a Zebstrika that will just like destroy the shit out of me. But that has yet to happen. But maybe that's because I don't really battle online enough. So if you want to battle me, leave a comment, because I'd love to get into you know, competitive battling, but I just don't really have any connections in it. So, and now we're going to battle Pokemon Ranger Mylene, who has a Ducklet, and I know this is the first time we've seen Ducklet, and it is a flying and water type. And I would say this is kind of another example of, like, hey, we already have a water and flying type. It's called Wingull and Pelipper, and they're both, like, you know, flying birds. Why do we need another one? But I don't know. Anyway, once it evolves into Swanna, it looks like it has really average stats all around. Like, it doesn't really have any stats that stand out other than speed. Its highest stat is speed, followed by attack and special attack. So, but it doesn't have any, like, huge, overpowering, massive stat compared to anything else. They're all pretty normal. And there we found Rock Tomb. And Rock Tomb, it deals damage, it lowers your opponent's speed, and it may cause flinching. So if you luck out and you get like all of those effects in one go, that's like totally a broken move. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. And there we get a Firestone. So if you have a Pansear that you want to evolve, you can go ahead and evolve it. And hidden right there is a rare candy. I don't think I've found any rare candies in this video walkthrough yet, but rare candies just increase your Pokemon's level by 1 instantly. So it's a pretty awesome item if you find yourself like at a gym battle and it's like, I should really like level up my Pokemon, but I'm lazy, so you can just go ahead and use a couple of rare candies. I know I did that in this playthrough right here when I was at the Elite Four, because I pretty much never use rare candies other than in situations like that. So I found myself at the Elite Four with, like, I think Girder and Sandile were like really good levels, and my Serperior was kind of falling behind. So I think I had like 9 rare candies or something like that. So I just like threw all of them on Serperior, and that, you know, got me to the point where I could really take on the Elite Four pretty easily. So I think right now we are battling the very last trainer in this area, and that's Backpacker Nate. He has a Dwebble, and we've already faced a Dwebble in Castelia City Gym. So using my fighting moves, I took it down pretty easily because it is part rock. So, and now that we have battled everybody, we are going to go into the Relic Castle after healing up my Pokemon. And right now in the Relic Castle, we can't really do much of anything, to be honest, because we can only access the first floor, and I guess technically the first basement floor as well. But oh yeah, and all these little blue statue things right there, they are actually a Pokemon called Darmanitan, and you all you need to do is get a rare candy bar, which you can get either in Icarus City at the during the winter time, or you can get one after you defeat the Elite Four, because once you try to enter the Relic Castle, Professor Juniper gives you a rare candy bar, and then you just walk up to them and use the rare candy bar on it, and then you can get a Darmanitan with the Zen mode ability, which is a pretty odd ability where I think it's if the Darumaka or Darmanitan gets below 1/2 health, it changes type or something like that. Again, I'll check on that. But and also another thing that I get a lot of people viewing my website over is how to not fall down the quicksand. And all you have to do is walk. Don't run. Don't hold B and walk over the quicksand. And as long as you don't walk in the very center, you won't fall. But if you run over the quicksand, you will instantly get trapped. So, and realistically, the very first person in this area talks about that, and he explains it. So I'm sure a lot of people out there just don't talk to anybody in the Pokemon games. They just like blast through them. But anyway, let me see. It looks like it just changes shape when its HP is in half. And anyway, I think I missed that, but we just got a fossil, which we can go back to Nakreen City Gym / Nakreen City Museum and resurrect it. And you can either get the cover fossil, which resurrects into Tertauga, which is a Squirtle-esque Pokemon. It's a water type, and actually it's a water rock type. And then there's also the Plume fossil, which resurrects into Arkin or Archon. I don't know which way to pronounce it. I'm gonna say Arkin, and it is a flying and rock type. So it's your choice. But and there, Professor Juniper gives us some Ultra Balls, I believe. And now that she is walking away, I think Charon talks a little bit. And then after that, we are good to go north into Nimbasa City. So I will go ahead and see you in the next video then.